So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can build an AI-powered web application from scratch using AI in almost no time at all. So this is going to be the first of, I think, 3 videos where in this first video, we're going to build the application from end to end and actually have it functioning and working. And then in the second video, I will show you how to add a database and where you can authenticate users, get them to log in and sign up. And then in another video, I'll show you how you can integrate Stripe and actually get paid for your application. So for this example project, I thought we could build an AI website summarizer, basically a web application that takes in a website URL, gets AI to summarize it, and then returns that summary back to the end user. This is just an example, but it really follows the same pattern that most AI-powered web applications follow, which is get some sort of input or data from the user, send that to a server, and get AI to do something with it, and then return the results back to the end user. So although this is just one use case or implementation of it, you can follow the same thing to do to create any AI-powered web application. Like I mentioned, we're going to use AI to do this. I specifically am going to use Codex, but you can use Claude Code, whatever you want. The steps will be the same. Also, we're going to use, to build this, we're going to use Next.js for our client and our server side application. We will use Superbase in a database that we'll get to in the second video. And then we'll use OpenAI for this, but you can use anything, Claude, etc., and switch them out as well as far as the AI that actually powers it. And then if I do a video on deploying it, which I think I will, we will use Vercel to do that. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is we need to create our Next.js web application. I always forget how to do that, so I'm just going to Google how to create a blank Next.js app, and there's a command to run, and it's this one right here. So I'm going to copy it. I'm going to open up a terminal window, and I'm going to paste that command, but I'm going to add my project, my directory name right after the at latest part. I'm going to do AI website summarizer. And then I'm going to hit enter. And then I'm just going to accept all the defaults, which means I'm just going to hit enter for everything it asks me. And then that's going to create our directory and our application. And pretty much for everything else, we'll use AI and Codex to do. This is one of the very few things we'll do ourselves. So now that that's run, I'm going to do two things. Or first of all, I'm going to go into the directory. So I'm going to type in cd AI website summarizer. And I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to run it to make sure it actually is able to build and we're able to see it. So that looks like it's going on localhost 3002. Yours will probably be 3000. So I'll go to there in my browser and boom, we've got a hello world. So that's great. We've got an application built that we can debug, and it's a great starting point. The next thing I'll do is I'll open up a new terminal window, and then I'm going to type in code dot. This is going to open up the directory in VS Code. You can do this in any editor of your choice. Code is just really popular. So now what we're going to do is let's actually open up Codex. So I'm going to start a new thread. I'm going to open up that directory / project I just created, which is AI website summarizer. And now let's get AI to do the rest. So typically what I do is I usually build this out in steps. I find that AI works a lot better when you give it smaller steps to do. But I actually typed up a prompt before, and I thought we could one-shot this. So I'm going to copy my prompt. I'm going to paste it in and let Codex run. And while it's running, I'll explain the prompt. And I'll also, this prompt will be, it will be in the video description so you can copy it, as well as I'll do a blog post on this. It will be in there. And then I will also be hosting everything we do here. The whole project will be on GitHub. There will be a link in the video description for that as well. So no need to have to retype this. But let me go through it real quick. So basically, I just tell it, hey, I want to build an AI powered web application. I want to use Next.js, TypeScript, so Material UI MUI. That's a component library. That's all it is. Basically, instead of us having to create our own components, there's a package called MUI that just has these Google Material like components that I use for most of mine, rather than us having to create our own. So that's all that is. I just tell it to use that. I also tell it that to actually do the AI processing and streaming, to use Vercel AI SDK. All that is, it's a really nice package that makes it easy to not only stream responses, but to switch out different AI models. So if you want to use OpenAI for some things and Anthropic for other things, it just makes that common rather than you having to use and implement each of their own SDKs. So that's all that is. I also, this is another thing I've learned with AI is that for some reason with Next.js, it really likes to create routes for any server side processing. And so I just tell it, hey, use server actions. Um, Without getting into too much detail, basically there's no reason to create a route anymore for the majority of things unless you're building an API or or some one of your users needs to hit one of your APIs, which again is not normally the case. So that's what server actions are for. It makes it a lot cleaner. So I just tell it, hey, use server actions because for some reason it doesn't. And I think that's just because server actions are fairly new. And so it kind of defaults to doing the old school way of just creating routes. I also tell it that, hey, just assume that there's going to be an environmental variable, OpenAI API key. I'll show you how to add that in just a minute. And then other than that, I basically just say, hey, create a website that has a text input, accepts a website URL. It's going to have a button to click summarize, and then stream the results back to the page. That's all this really does. Um, so that's pretty much it. So this is still running. While that's running, let me show you. The next step is we got to add that OpenAI API key to our environment of variables. So I'll show you how to do that. To do that, go to platform.openai.com. I went ahead and created a new project, but if you haven't created a new project, and then go to API keys and go to create new secret key, and then go to click on create secret key. Don't share this with anyone. I'm going to delete this right after the video, so it doesn't bother me if you see it. But for your purposes, no one should be able to see this. They'll be able to run up your bill. So I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to go back into VS Code. I'm going to add a .env.local file. I'm going to paste in that key, and then before it, I already forgot what we said we'd call it. What did we say? OpenAI API key. And so I'm going to paste that in, put equals, and then boom, save that, and that is it. So I think actually AI just got done. So that's pretty cool. That was fast. Let's go and see how it did. So looks pretty decent. Let me pull up a random web page. I'll pull up LeBron James, Wikipedia, copy that. I'm going to paste that in. I'm going to click summarize, and boom. So that's it. That was actually pretty quickly. We've got an application that takes in the website URL, summarizes the web page, spits it back out to the user, and that was actually pretty easy. So um, I'll stop the video there, and I will link to my other videos in here as well. And again, the next videos will be where we add a database so that the users can log in and sign up. And then after that, we will add payment so that we can get paid for this awesome website summarizer. So I hope y'all found this video useful. Thanks for watching.